So in the previous video, we prompted our AI to create for us a file of basic HTML components. Now let's go through them. So we have HTML basic components. We have headings. So these headings are used to define titles and subtitles. For example, we have HTML that has, the HTML has 6 levels of headings. So the first heading is H1. So according to the importance of a title, it will begin with from H1 up to H6. So you should keep that one in your mind. And H1 is the largest, okay? And then, for example, this is H1, which is the largest, followed by H2, which can be acting as a subheading, and then we have H3, which will act as a smaller heading, and then we have H4, H5, and H6. So we normally use 1 up to 3, but you can use it any at a time. So let's see how we can make use of these headings. So it means that this H1 shall always be our main title of a page, or the main page title. All right. So let's go ahead in our code and look at HTML headings. So I'll come and open this code and then increase the font so I can see things clearly. So we begin by creating a normal HTML structure. If I collapse this body, you can see here the header is here, and then you have here the closing tag of HTML, and then you have the body. All right. So the body. Here we're explaining the headings. So this, what you're seeing here, is what you call a comment. It does not act anything in our code. So you have H1. So this is how you write H1. It's just simply a less than sign and then H1 and then greater than sign, and then you put there what you want to be displayed in the first heading. All right, and then you close it. All right. So you have from heading 1, and then you have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4. So in simple terms, this H1 is used as as a header. So you should always know that they are not more than 6, but they are up to what? Up from 1 up to 6, whereby the most important heading is the H1. So you should always keep that in your mind. And then we have, so this is called HR. This HR is the one that horizontal rule. It is the one that separates the lines between two, right? So this is a horizontal rule, the HR that you're seeing here. Now we follow it by a paragraph. So paragraph is also another basic HTML component or element. We use a P tag, a less than sign, and then P, and then greater than sign as a P tag, just something like this. Okay, you just open less than sign and then put P, and then you close it like this, and then in between here you can write something that you want to be affected. So this is a P tag. It is used as a paragraph. Let's say that you want to write some text in your project, so we use P tag to do what? To create the text. And then for example, this paragraph is automatically, and it automatically creates a space before and after it. And this is a second paragraph. For example, this is our first paragraph, this is our second paragraph, and this is our third paragraph. So if I come and refresh here, you'll be able to see that we use P tag. So this is what we call special characters. If you want to have this character as it is exactly in the code, you use this one. All right, okay. So this is how you do with P tag, okay. And then it's a paragraph, as yes it sounds. So in case you want to write a paragraph in your project, we use a P tag, and this is how you implement a P tag, as you can see here. For example, if I want to implement another P tag, I just simply go ahead and say this is the third paragraph, something like that. You can add as many paragraphs as you like. So if I come and refresh here, you'll see that we now have a third paragraph. So a paragraph will create automatically a space between it and the one that is going to follow it. So we have another one. It's called we have text formatting elements, all right? If you want to format your text using HTML, all right? So I've already shown you how the syntax of a tag is. So we can just go to the front end side and then look at them. So for example, we have B tag. So B tag, it is used for bolding elements, all right? This is used for bolding elements. We have strong tag. This one is used for emphasizing important things. For example, B tag, this is a B tag, this is a strong tag. They almost do the same thing, right? whereby one is for element, one is for just emphasis. So I mean, one is for important element, another one is just for emphasis. So we have here italic. So use an I, this I tag, to create something that should be like italic. For example, you see this is an italic text, this one here that you're seeing here. So we use an italic tag, which is an I, to create something that's italic. Then we have em tag. All right, this em tag. So you can look at the code how it's being implemented. This em tag, you surround the text that you want to be affected with this em tag, or what you call emphasis tag. It will be used to just create an emphasis on a text. For example, this one that you see here. Then we have underline tag, which we call a U tag or an underline tag. It is used for underlining text. So in case you want to underline something, you can just simply surround using HTML. You can just simply surround it with with this U tag, and you'll go ahead and do and underline it. And then we have small tag. It's used for creating small items. And then this is a small tag. And then we have another tag. It's called deleted tag. Here we just use del, and to just create a strike through between the text. So if you surround this del around the text, it will go ahead and create a strike through or a crossed text. And then we have an insert tag, okay, what you call IINS, okay. This one also will also do something like underlining. All right, it will just do the same thing as underlining. All right, then we have a normal text tags with superscript, okay, which is we just simply use sup, and then a subscript, which is sup, and then superscript. Okay, so let me show you how we do the superscript tags. All right, so use sub as a subscript. If you want to write, just say maybe 10 base 20, we just write the word and then the subscript with it. And if you want maybe write 10 power 2, you just use the sup as a superscript. So that is the super and subscript. Then we have the links. However, these things are going to explain all of them in the following videos. However, the AI has just helped us to break all of them in this particular topic. But in simple terms, I was just trying to demonstrate for you different HTML tags. Give your AI that kind of a command, and then it will go ahead and create for you all the exemplary basic HTML tags. So in the next lectures, we're going to go in detail into them, whereby we're going to look at attributes, syntax, and then we shall also go into proceed to links, images, and all of those ones. So that's why I don't want to explain all of them at once here. However, you can pause the video and then go through each of these. Let me scroll slowly by slowly so you can understand. Go through each of these, or you prompt your AI to also give you all the basic HTML tags. Now take your time and go through them, so that as we proceed in future, we shall just be doing some kind of a revision for you. Okay, so those are the tags. So we're going to go into details for each of them in the next videos. All right, thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video, where we're going to proceed into the attributes. So we're going to understand what's meant by attributes and syntax. So see you in the next lecture.